Welcome back everyone to Data Science for Everyone. Today we're going to be talking about MySQL. Let's get started. So before this series kind of really takes off, I kind of want you guys to kind of already have MySQL installed if you don't have it. For those of you that are wanting to kind of learn how to do that, I can show you guys as well. So first off, go on to your browser of choice and go to dev.mysql.com and go over here to the, whoops. I do not want that one. I want the download now. Here, click the download now, and then go on and pick your particular operating system. It should automatically kind of check what your operating system is. Go on and download it, and follow the on-screen instructions to go on and install. Okay, and make sure, again, they'll ask you to type in a password, that type of stuff. Make sure and remember that password, otherwise you're going to be in trouble. Another thing that we're going to want to install, okay, is let me go and grab the extension here, and I want to use this MySQL extension by Jan, okay, for VSCode. It's a nice little client that we can use to run SQL queries as well as connect to databases and that type of stuff. Okay, so make sure that you also have that enabled if you want to. Again, I'm not going to force you. You guys can do this in the console. You can do it in whatever client you want. Okay, I'm not affiliated with them in any way. They're not a sponsor or anything like that. But what I will be using that throughout this series. If you want to make sure that you can follow along. The next thing we're going to do then is go on and set up a couple examples for our database. So I'm going to go on and go to my terminal here, and I'm going to go on and run a MySQL. Oh, and you know what? Let me zoom in quite a bit for you guys here. MySQL -u root -p here, and it's going to ask me to enter my password in here, and I will enter my password. And then here we are in the and let me go on and clear the console there. We are in the MySQL terminal, okay, and we want to go on and maybe create a couple database functions here. And I'm doing this in the command line just to kind of get us started, okay? And I'm also going to create a MySQL login for a user, okay, so that we can actually go on and do this, so that we aren't using root all the time. So let's go on and maybe create database called maybe bank. Oh, and I need to close that. Okay. And then we also want to go on and create another database in here, another database user. Okay. And so let's go on and also create a user here, and I'm going to call this DS4E here, at here, localhost, and we'll say identified by here, and I'll go on and just put some generic password. So I'm just going to say password. And again, not the securest thing in the world, but we're going to go on and do it that way. Again, just so that you guys, if you want to follow along, this is how we're going to be setting it up. And we want to grant all privileges on everything to here and DS4E. And again, if you don't want to set up these privileges for them, that is fine as well. Again, we're just doing this for this particular environment, just so that you can kind of play with everything and do everything that we're going to be doing in the future. Okay, so I've already given them permission as well. So then the next thing that we're going to want to do then is, let me actually go on and we'll maybe quit here. Okay, and I'm going to clear this, and then we can go on and I'll show you guys how to set up the Explorer. So we'll go to the Explorer here, and this is the MySQL Explorer. We're going to hit this add button in here to add a connection. Also going to zoom out a little bit here, and so we have our user here is DS for Data Science for Everyone here, and I'm going to put in password as password because that's what I had named it before. And again, I'm doing this on the local host, setting up the port. I'm just going to be using all the standards here. Now, another thing that you can do as well, you can set up your connections to be global, and I'm just going to call this one, give it a title here, DS for eSQL, MySQL course. And then again, you can also see here that you can select different database types as you want. And again, so if you are particularly fond or wanting to learn a different flavor, you can. Most of the stuff that we're going to be learning with MySQL is going to be the same kind of across the board. I'll probably have a video or two about the unique properties of MySQL. Okay, and we may even do some stuff on Postgres. I'm particularly fond of Postgres. We've already done a small series on with SQLite, and we'll definitely have a series later on with MongoDB as well. So let's go on and get this connection started. Here you can see the connection was successful, and you can see here what we have. All right, we have now, and I'm going to close that, and it sees here. You see we have that one database that we created called a bank. Okay, and has a bunch of just kind of some standard stuff as well in here. So information schema, MySQL, performance schema, and system. And again, this is stuff that's already in there. If you wanted to not have these in there, you can do that as well by, again, limiting the access for the login that you gave. But again, this is the one that we created. And again, you can see here that it's just a blank table. It has no schema in it whatsoever. And let's actually end this here. This is just our basic setup video. So again, guys, I hope you want to continue on with the series. If you do, make sure and like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that like button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.